If you're contemplating about getting one, I can tell you one thing, your face is going to love you.
Real usage, real reviews. MobileReviewsA.ca.
Hey, it's Aaron from MobileReviewsA.ca, and we've got a iPad Air. Now the iPad Air has been out for maybe 3 days now, and the initial reviews are quite positive, and I literally cannot let go of it. This thing is pretty cool. So at MobileReviewsA.ca, all our reviews are based on real usage. So we try to break our devices so that you don't break yours. So I've only been using the iPad Air for a few days now, and if you're contemplating about getting one, I can tell you one thing, your face is going to love you. We use our tablets everywhere. I mean, everywhere. With a decent sized screen, an internet connection, you're going to be entertained for hours. Now there's a problem because your body doesn't like staying still for very long, so you start getting finicky, and then you start moving positions, and you start changing your positions until you end up in a position like this. Now this is a very dangerous position because you're on your back, you're giving your body kind of a break, but you're still holding a little computer above your head. And what happens when it slips? Well, the iPad punches you in the face. Getting iPad punched in the face is probably one of the biggest reasons why you should get the new iPad Air. Your face will thank you. So to prove that your face is going to thank you, I have an iPad Air, an iPad Generation 3 and 4, an iPad 2, and the original iPad. Right off the bat, you can tell that the iPad Air is the smallest of all the iPads, and being the smallest, it's going to hurt less when it punches you in the face. Now, in terms of weight, the iPad Air is 30% lighter than the 3rd and 4th generation iPad. It is 25% lighter than the 2nd generation iPad, and it is a whopping 40% lighter than the original iPad. So what does that mean when you're getting punched in the face by your iPad? It means that the original iPad is going to leave a bigger mark than the new iPad Air is. So imagine that if your pain tolerance for lying on your back while using your iPad is 5 iPad 1 punches to the face, well, with the new iPad Air, you're going to be able to take 8 iPad punches to the face before getting pissed off. Now with the reduced weight, I've also found, extended gaming sessions are easier on your hand, and it's also easier to read a book holding the iPad in one hand, which is pretty cool, I think. In terms of bulk, the iPad Air actually feels like a big iPad mini. I'm going to let that sink in for a second because, isn't it a big iPad mini, the regular size iPad? Well, this does not feel like any of the iPads that I've felt before. That sounded a little dirty, but I think you know what I mean. When it comes to the bulk of the iPad, you'll notice that, well, right off the bat, that the iPad's incredibly slim. Incredibly slim compared to the 3rd and 4th generation iPads. A little thinner than the 2nd generation iPads, and it is almost half as thick as the original iPad at its thickest point. Having it being lighter and thinner than previous generations is pretty crazy, and with the short time that I've used the iPad Air, it actually feels like I'm not carrying around a piece of electronic equipment or a little computer. It feels like I'm carrying around a notepad or a magazine. In terms of functionality, the iPad Air, well, the buttons really haven't changed through the different series. There might have been a change in the mute switch, but hey, you're going to be very familiar with the iPad Air compared to the other iPads. And really, there isn't anything disappointing about the iPad Air, except for the fact that the Touch ID isn't in it. It's not like the Touch ID is a new technology. It has never been used before. It's in the 5S, so why can't it be in the new iPads? That's so frustrating because Apple's going to make us spend $700 more to get an iPad with a Touch ID. Being the sucker that I am, I'm going to spend that $700 to get that feature. Damn it. So again, the iPad Air is a pretty worthwhile upgrade since it's lighter and it's less bulkier, so when your iPad punches you in the face, it doesn't hurt as much. I'm Aaron the Ho, and if your iPad has ever punched you in the face, please give me a thumbs up. If you know anybody who's had their iPad punch them in the face, send this video to them so that they can give a thumbs up to us as well. I'm a reviewer at MobileReviewsA.ca, and again, our reviews are based on real usage, so we break our devices so that you don't have to. We'll smash our faces with our iPads so that you don't have to. Find us on Google+, Twitter, Facebook, all those other wonderful social media platforms. If you have any questions about the new iPad Air, leave them in the comments section below or find us again on those social media platforms. So keep your face safe with the new iPad Air. Thanks for watching.